Hey fam, it's Jazz.
And I'm Jaden.
And we're coming to you live
with the vibe.
Come join the tribe.
What tribe?
J Tribe.
Hey, what's good, family?
What's good, family? Today we are back with another spicy topic.
That's right.
That's right. But before we get into tonight's topic, let's go ahead on and give them our disclaimer. Bet.
If you are a part of the He-Man Woman Hater Club,
or the I Don't Need a Man Clan,
get your ass out of here.
Okay, to the left, to the left.
Please. No bumbleclots allowed.
Disrespectfully.
It's too many of them.
Man, it really is. Also, this is an adult show, so kids, you don't got to go to bed. You just should not be here.
Kids include if you are under 18 and if you are over 18.
That's a fact.
There's a lot of grown kids out there.
Way too many.
Just roaming these YouTube streets. They're roaming, family.
I know. They love being on these YouTube streets for some reason.
And they come out at night.
They sure do.
They're lonely, though.
That's a fact. So that's why they come join us. But if you like to have a good time, you like to get your laugh on and hear a different perspective from a married couple, then you're in the right spot.
That's right, family. You are in the right place.
That's right. So, family, without further ado, we're going to go ahead on and get off into tonight's topic.
What the title is?
What the title is? Nicki Minaj exposes Roc Nation?
Oh, have you heard?
Have you guys heard? Have you guys seen on social media these Nicki tweets, these Nicki rants? Well, let's just say we're going to do a bit of a deep dive on this one tonight and really get off into Roc Nation and Nicki Minaj and, all the whole web.
Yes, a lot has been said, and we are going to do our investigation tonight, family. We're going to look into it.
That's right, and we're also going to give you guys our perspective on it.
Absolutely, and we are curious to hear your perspective. Family, let's go ahead and let's express what we think about this matter.
That's right. Please let us know in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you guys, and we feel like our show is for the people. Okay, so we want to hear from you guys as well. Let us know. Join us in the chat. We are happy to hear from you guys.
Absolutely. Don't be shy. Don't be scared.
That's right. So without further ado, let's go ahead on and get off into our first article, baby.
BlackEnterprise.com. A lot of ads on this.
Man, I know. Sorry.
I mean, I can't knock the hustle.
Yeah, they trying to get their money on.
Speaking of Jay-Z.
Okay, yeah.
Can't knock the hustle.
Man, he be hustling, that's for sure.
Nicki Minaj is on Jay-Z and Roc Nation's neck in social media rants. Says rapper owes her $200 million.
Ooh, that's a lot to be owed. $200 million?
Not $20.
No, not $20.
Not even $2 million.
Not $200.
$20 million.
Okay.
I just want to get my Dr. Evil. That's a lot of money, fam.
That's a lot of money.
In the words of Chris Rock, good Lord, that's a lot of money.
That's a fact. How would you feel if you felt like somebody owed you $200 million?
Like Nicki Minaj, I'll be tweeting everything. I'll be vocal about it.
Okay.
Where my $200 million?
Man, I'll be blasting that 24/7. I wouldn't even be able to get a word in. All I'd be saying is Jay-Z owed me $200 million. Every interview, Jay-Z owes me $200 million.
And make it known, right?
Okay. Red carpet, Jay-Z owes me $200 million.
Ooh. Family, that's a lot of money.
Yes, allegedly.
That's right, allegedly, the A word, allegedly.
Yes, family, yes.
All right. Wow, this is just the beginning.
I know, that's just the headline.
Nicki Minaj went on X and Instagram to voice her frustrations with latest adversary, Jay-Z. Nicki Minaj is not holding back on her criticism of Jay-Z over her involvement with Tidal. The rapper says the former Tidal owner owes her $200 million for her stake in the streaming platform. Are we highlighting that? Minaj's not so subtle references to the rap mogul reached a new peak. Sorry about the family. Reached a new peak on July 8th. Directly mentioning Jay-Z in claims that he owed her the lofty sum. Minaj joined a cohort of artists, including Ye, Rihanna, and Jay-Z's wife, Beyonce, to own shares of Tidal during the 2015 launch. Jay-Z later sold the platform in 2021 for $302 million, with the partial owners reportedly retaining their stake. So he sold it, family. Jay-Z sold it. He sold the platform right here. We're taking our time. We ain't reading fast.
Yeah, we're taking our time.
Let's get it.
So okay.
Oh, okay.
If he sold his stake in Tidal for $302 million, and Nicki thinks she's supposed to get $200 million of that out of that, so Jay-Z gets $102 million, she get $200 million.
Wow, that's you did the math there. I see. Yes, I see that. Yeah.
Nicki said, I should get more than you. Yeah, that's a little interesting. That's just something to take note of.
Okay? Yeah, right. That is majority.
Nicki feels like she is owed $200 million. Well, Jay-Z only got $302 million. So, but let's keep.
What about all the other artists though?
Exactly. The Ye, Rihanna,
and Jay-Z's wife Beyonce. Well, would that go back to them?
What?
Beyonce? Well, because it says his wife Beyonce, so.
You said would what go back to? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, them collectively.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just
basically, wondering. Right, because they are married.
All right, family.
Just some questions, that's all.
Minaj asserted that Jay-Z lowballed her to give her stake, offering an alleged.
Give up her stake, yes.
Oh, thank you. Balled her. Oh, let me read that again. Minaj asserted that Jay-Z lowballed her to give up her stake. Okay. Offering an alleged $1 million compared to the $9 million she would have had been owed if the company had been valued at the selling price. Now, Minaj believes that figure to be much higher, with her numbers estimated at $100 million or more. We've calculated about 100 to 200 so far. Hashtag Jay-Z. Call me to settle this karmic debt. It's only collecting more interest, she wrote, as reported by Complex.
Okay, so this was what Nicki Minaj said in her tweet. And I guess apparently she's adding interest on what she feels like she's owed.
Yes, because she said, it's only collecting more interest, she wrote. Wow. While she still wants her cash, it appears the bad blood isn't too much, though. The FemC still considers Jay-Z as one of the best to ever do it. You still in my top 5, though. Let's get it. It's yeah. Oh, okay.
She continued.
Yeah, okay. She continued. Despite acknowledging his artistry, she still did not ease up on critiquing the rapper. She also condemns any of his fans who refer to him as Hov, calling it blasphemous due to the reference to God. We highlighting that. She added, and anyone still calling him Hov, answer to God for the blasphemy. Whoa. However, the rant crossed social media channels, with Minaj blasting 2 other members of Roc Nation, the entertainment company founded by Jay-Z. She proceeded to post about Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, you know that beef. Man.
With whom she has ongoing beef and a still active lawsuit filed against her by a cameraman Nicki Minaj ain't holding back.
Okay, she letting it all spill out.
In the caption, she nodded to Megan's Law, mentioned in Megan Thee Stallion 2024 hit Hiss, that Minaj took personally. The law requires information about sex offenders to be available to the public. The lyric provoked Minaj, given that her husband is a registered sex offender.
Man. Man.
Minaj also posted about Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez and some allegations of child abuse. She also shared rumors surrounding a man who claims to be Jay-Z's son.
Yeah, she was spilling it all, okay? She was calling them out. I'm sure if you was on social media, you probably seen some of those Instagram posts and tweets that she was putting out.
Minaj continues to use her platform to question Jay-Z's integrity and political alignment. She argued that Jay-Z supports Trump voters because the president reportedly pardoned the CEO. She also chastised Jay-Z for not speaking up throughout the general election. Jay-Z's a Trump supporter?
Apparently, according to Nicki Minaj.
I didn't know that. Did you know that, family? Man.
According to Nicki Minaj, he is.
Yes, yeah. This is alleged, family.
Yeah, it's definitely alleged.
But what did Mr. Jigga Man do to help y'all win the election? He's above speaking out to help his party? Or was it not his party?
Ooh.
Is it just about who can benefit him? And Desiree at the time questioned Minaj. While it is unclear what sparked this rant against Jay-Z, Minaj remains unabashed in her thoughts on his business dealings.
Oh, thank you, baby. Yeah, whoa.
And that concludes, does this conclude? I think this concludes the article from Black Enterprise.
Yes. Woo! So, as we can see, there was a lot said on social media. I don't know, Nicki Minaj was really calling them out, saying, hey, Jay-Z owes me money. She even called out Megan Thee Stallion, as some of us may or may not know. Megan Thee Stallion is with Roc Nation, so and then the beef with Nicki Minaj, and Megan Thee Stallion. So she's calling out Megan Thee Stallion, and then she called out Desiree, who is the CEO of Roc Nation, who apparently was pardoned by Trump. So I guess she's saying, hey, Jay-Z, are you a Trump supporter because Trump pardoned the CEO of Roc Nation? So yeah, she's definitely airing it out,
Yes, family. And we got more where that came from.
We sure do. But wait, there's more.
Check it. We are going to. Oh, sorry about that, babe.
Oh,
sorry.
That's all good. Oh, go ahead, baby.
We are going to. How you say that? Moguldom. Moguldom Nation. Let's see if the people can see the screen. Yes. Nicki Minaj says Jay-Z owes her $200 million. Steve Stoute says she never signed Tidal paperwork. Ooh. That's what Steve Stoute said.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Let's see if they can see it. It's a little shifted to the side. Let me go ahead and move it over. There we go.
Nice,
that way everybody can see.
Yes.
Nicki Minaj has reignited tensions in the hip-hop industry by publicly accusing Jay-Z of owing her up to $200 million related to her stake in the streaming platform Tidal. In a series of social media posts that have gone viral, Minaj also took aim at CEO Desiree Perez, Megan Thee Stallion, and music executive Steve Stoute, leveling allegations of financial misconduct, hypocrisy, and industry cover-ups. Whoa. This is heavy.
Man, for real.
Minaj was one of 15 artists gifted a reported 3% equity stake in Tidal. When the platform launched in 2015 under Jay-Z's leadership, in 2021, Square, the fintech company founded by Jack Dorsey, now Block, Inc., purchased Tidal for $302 million. Minaj now claims she was only offered $1 million for her stake and alleges she never received a proper payout from the sale. We've calculated about 100 to 200 MM so far. Hashtag Jay-Z. We read this tweet already. I can just go ahead and read it again. Jay-Z called me to settle this karmic debt. She posted on X, formerly Twitter. You're still my top 5 though. She added that any funds recovered will go toward her
Philanthropic.
Oh, that's pretty good. Thank you for that. Philanthropic. Say that 5 times fast. I dare you. Effort. It's hashtag student of the game. A scholarship initiative designed to cover tuition and student loan debts for her fans. Okay, so she giving back though. Okay. All right. All right. It's a scholarship family.
Yeah.
To cover tuition and student loan debt for her fans. Because school is expensive.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And you know
where my student debts at? Any student debts? Are you in the house?
Are you in the house? Man, I know a lot of us have it, you know.
Man,
but you know
is expensive.
That's facts. But you know her fans were happy when they heard about this because they was like, "What? You gonna be giving us scholarship money?"
Man.
So you know already they gonna be on her side. Like, "Oh yeah, you better give Nicki her money."
Good point. The article continues. Steve Stoute responds, "You didn't sign the paperwork."
Uh-oh.
Woo! Industry executive Steve Stoute pushed back on Minaj's claim during a recent episode of the Pivot podcast. He argued that Minaj lost out on millions because she failed to finalize the necessary documents. Ooh.
Oh. Make sure you check your paperwork. Make sure you check your paperwork before you get into an agreement with somebody, especially business agreements, but any sort of agreement, especially involving money. Make sure you go over it. Your lawyer goes over it. You read it several times.
We had to go big screen for that. I wanted to make sure everybody saw you make that beautiful point. And with that free game that you give, family, that was free game. Hey, the basket's going around. The offer plate is going around. Cash, money orders.
Money orders.
Good checks.
We'll take it.
Section 8 vouchers. We just playing, family. We just playing.
We just playing, unless you're going to do it.
Unless you're going to do it. All right, family. That man, Jay-Z, didn't do nothing to you, Stoute said. You did not sign the F King paperwork. And that the reason you left millions of dollars on the table. That's the reason you left millions of dollars on the table. Dang. Stoute criticized Minaj for airing her grievances publicly, calling it crabs in a barrel.
Uh-oh.
Dang. Behavior and urging her to handle matters privately. I'm going to highlight it crazy today. I'm going to highlight everything.
Highlight it all. We got to make sure we see the points.
Minaj clapped back, alleging that she was given a 24-hour ultimatum to sign an agreement or lose her equity payout, which she interpreted as an attempt to silence her. I was scammed and offered $1 million to be silenced. I declined, she posted. The grace of God is sufficient. I didn't need their hush money. Ooh. She also accused Stoute and others of using her name as a distraction from the growing list of legal troubles facing hip-hop mogul Diddy, a longtime associate of Jay-Z. Attacks on Roc Nation, Perez, and Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay, I don't think we have to go into this just because we, covered it in the first article. But family, feel free to read the rest of this article on your own. But yeah, that gives us a little bit more information as far as the stake, which was about 3% that the stake that Nicki had in Tidal, and also from what Scott's, what was his
Steve Stoute?
Yeah.
Yes.
Steve Stoute said, that she didn't sign the proper paperwork.
I'm curious, what is 3% of
300
and
million,
9? Is it 309 million? That's what he sold it for.
Was it 309?
Let's see, what was 3%? Let's see. Let's go back. I'm just curious. This is...
Yeah, let's scroll up a little bit.
3% of the Tidal.
302 million.
Yes. Let's get our highlighter ready. I'm going to highlight our crazy family right here. Thank you, baby. Thank you.
Oh, of course, baby.
Yes. So 302. So 3% of that. I'm curious.
Let's see.
I'm going to ask ChatGPT.
Hey, go to ChatGPT when you need a question answered. They're really good at just letting you know about the facts. Now, some stuff they could get a little wrong, so double check. But they're typically good when it comes to just like factual information, like how much is this plus this,
That's right. They do get stuff wrong, though. Shout out to ChatGPT. It saves a lot of time. We use it every day, pretty much.
All the time, for sure. If you're not using ChatGPT, you should be.
So I asked ChatGPT, what is 3% of 302 million? And it says, answer, 9 million.
And $60. Yeah. Oh, no. $9,006,000, right? $9,060,000.
That's right. 9,060,000. Yeah, I'll go ahead and spell it out. So 9,060,000,000
That's a good amount of money.
Yeah, good Lord, that's a lot of money.
I'll take that too.
$9 million.
Okay, I would take that.
And Nicki Minaj is asking for how much now?
100 to 200 million.
She asked, whoa, come on, fam.
She's adding that interest on there for real.
Man, 9 million got to 100 to 200 million.
Man.
Which is more than half of 3.2 million.
For sure.
Which was a great point you brought up.
Yeah.
That was on the fly. I just wanted to see what 3% was.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to ChatGPT. ChatGPT.
For sure. So what do you guys think so far? Who are you guys siding with right now? Do you guys feel like Nicki, she got her point? Or do you feel like Jay-Z and Roc Nation team, they got their point? Did she not sign the paperwork? Did she not sign the correct documents? I don't know. But we're curious to see what you guys think.
That's right. Now at this time, shall we get to the next article?
Yes, let's go ahead on, and we are going to dig off into our next article from USA Today. So Nicki Minaj, she was just on her attack mode. She was in her attack mode. And you know what? She was like, I'm about to go off on everybody, okay? Whoever I'm not rocking with right now, they're going to hear about it. They're going to hear from me, okay? So she decided, you know what? Let me go ahead on and address SZA. I don't know where this beef came from. It kind of came out of nowhere, if you're asking me. I didn't know they had any issues. But apparently, Nicki Minaj had some issues. So let's go ahead on and look at what she had to say. And what is this even about?
Why are Nicki Minaj and SZA beefing? Rapper takes aim at singer's music morals. A new beef has entered the music world. Platinum-selling rapper Nicki Minaj took on social media on Tuesday, July 15th, to air her grievances going on to spark a feud with Grammy-winning singer SZA, dissing everything from the snooze singer's music to her appearance. Oh, Nicki, whoa.
I know. That's when you start getting a little too far, when you start bringing people's appearances and things like that. Like, why? We don't got to do that.
So it appears that she's a music critic now.
Apparently.
Yes,
apparently.
Yeah. I didn't know that about Nicki Minaj, that she was a music critic. Did you know that, family?
I didn't either.
Yeah. Oh, apparently she is now.
Okay, she's throwing snubs at everybody.
The exchange. Whoa! What happened? Let's just
go back.
Let's go back.
Our bad, family.
Or they're selling us some more stuff. Or maybe I probably clicked.
Well, it's because I got all these ads everywhere, so it's easy to.
Oh, so I might have clicked on the wrong thing. Okay.
It's easy to do so.
Okay. Hey, man, I respect your hustle, man. Be about your paper.
Yeah, get your paper, man.
Get your paper, man. The exchange came after the Starship's artist claimed SZA's manager and Top Dog Entertainment label president, Terrence Punch Henderson, was bullying her. SZA, 35, seemingly indirectly addressed the claims by writing, "Don't take the bait, LOL, silly goose." Ooh.
Those subs.
The assumed subtweet got Minaj, 42, riled up, igniting a series of profanity-filled digs. The super freaky girl rapper replied to the post, "Go draw your freckles back on Bookie."
Oh, dang.
I didn't draw my freckles. If you're wondering if I drew my freckles,
those are real.
these are real freckles. If you're wondering if I drew mine, no, I didn't. I didn't. No.
Oh, you mean those are real?
These are real. No, I didn't do the alleged SZA route. I didn't draw my freckles, Phil.
No.
This is alleged, by the way. I'm just being a goofball.
And if you draw your freckles on, we support you.
Yeah, yes. Shout out to you. Yes. Yeah, I used to get teased over my freckles.
Oh, I think they're cute.
Oh, thank you. And now people are drawing freckles on.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yes. I didn't know that was a thing now.
It is.
Okay. Go draw your Oh, I did it again. There we go. Oops, I did it again.
Oops.
Shout out to Britney Spears.
Shout out.
Go draw your freckles back on Bookie.
Ooh.
And later claimed the Kill Bill artist is looking and sounding like she got stung by a bee.
Dang. Shots fired.
Dang.
She ain't right.
So that's how you sound like when somebody gets stung by a bee.
By a bee. Apparently
you sound like SZA. Oh, okay.
Dang.
Man.
That's shady.
Oh. Well, maybe if you want a record deal, family, maybe just go get stung by a bee. Take that risk, right?
I mean, man.
Yeah. I don't advise it. Yeah, I don't advise it.
If that was the case, it definitely paid off for SZA.
Yes, if she got stung by a bee and it gave her singing style.
Yeah, paid off. If that's the case.
That was the secret sauce. Okay, thank you, Nicki, for giving us that.
Oh yeah.
We were definitely sarcastic.
We
were playing.
Totally kidding, family.
Yes.
Shout out to SZA.
And this is not legal advice. Please do not get stung by a bee. Stay away from beehives.
Please.
Okay.
And not referring to Beyonce's beehive, but
yeah, right.
Real beehive.
right. Thanks for the clarity. Yeah. Yes. Oh. Minaj continued slighting the singer's career, going as far as to say, SZA, SZA, if every song you've ever done vanished right now, the music business wouldn't even miss you.
Oh, dang.
I've been to countries that never heard of you.
Dang, that's shady.
Like, what countries did she talk about?
Yeah,
what countries?
Like a pretty big artist, though. Like, what countries wouldn't know about SZA? Like, she's a pretty big artist.
Yeah, I don't want to name no small countries. I don't want to throw them under the bus. They actually might know about SZA.
I mean, if they know about Nicki Minaj, SZA's a pretty big artist. Not as big as Minaj, but pretty big still.
What about like Poland? You think they rocking SZA in Poland?
Probably,
huh? I kind of think so, right? What about like Sweden? What about like Sweden? That's kind of like way up there, like by Norway.
They probably heard about her in Sweden. It probably would have to be like some remote town in like, because mind you, Sweden's a major city. Like these Poland, Sweden, those are actually major cities that have a diverse population, but maybe like a small city somewhere like Kazakhstan or something like that. And Kazakhstan probably hasn't even heard of her, right? But I'm talking like some small
SZA's a superstar.
Exactly.
She's a superstar. Come on, Nicki.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean that was definitely throwing shade, throwing shots for sure.
Whoa. The rapper also aimed at SZA's record-breaking album, SOS, her 2022 9X Platinum album that made the singer the longest-running black artist on the Billboard 200's top 10 chart. Wow, I'm highlighting that. That's actually impressive. That's very impressive.
That is.
That's very impressive.
For sure.
Surpassing Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Dang,
I'm definitely highlighting that.
Damn, that's crazy.
Whoa. I thought that was like one of those records you ain't gonna pass over.
Wow.
Michael Jackson Thriller though?
Wow. That's crazy.
SZA celebrated the feat earlier in the day, writing, "I'm really about to have my first diamond album in under 3 years." She put out a whole new album as a deluxe to an already existing album that was out for like a year or two. So the original album could break records. Minaj tweeted, like, what in the insecure lack of morals and integrity you doing? So Nicki Minaj, was she saying like she's cheating the system? Is that what she's implying? Put out a whole album as a deluxe to an already existing album that was out for like a year or two. So the original album could break records. That's one of those like I gotta read twice. So that's what I get from it.
Yeah.
Like she's kind of like,
she put out the same album, but she added a few more songs.
Yeah.
So it kind of, you know.
So it's not quite the same feat as Michael Jackson Thriller.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how the whole streaming thing works, so, you know, let us know if you do. I don't know how it works.
That Thriller album, though? Like, come on now, really?
I mean, Thriller, that was like revolutionary at that time. The Thriller music video.
You play that video today, it'll still scare the bejesus out of kids.
That's what I'm saying. And listen, I wasn't even born during that time, but I could tell you that was a major cultural impact.
Remember that one time when we played the video?
Oh yeah,
I love my fam. There was a particular family member within my family.
That was a child.
Yes, I love you. You know who you are. I'm not going to mention you. But we played that video. We sure did, and they went in the other room. They couldn't handle it.
Yeah, it was like, you know what? Forget this.
Especially the laugh at the end. The only thing they made it to the laugh at the end. They were so scared. I used to get scared at that part. Remember that part when he looked in the camera? And that laugh? That dude at the end? Come on, though. Like, the album, though, SZA, yeah, I'm kind of... Okay, she might have worked some magic. She probably, you know, added on to an existing album. It's not quite the same. I mean, this is just a sidebar, but...
Yeah.
I think there's some credibility of what Nicki Minaj...
There could be. We don't know. There could be some manipulation. You know, I don't know. Y'all let us know though. Y'all let us know what y'all think. You know, how do you guys feel about artists releasing a second album, which is basically like their first album plus a few more songs? Let us know. Let us know your guys' feelings on that. And I don't know how that correlates to the Billboard streaming. So is it like because you released the album 2 times, are people listening to it twice as much? Maybe. I'm not sure. To the same songs twice as much? I'm not sure, but y'all let us know.
Apparently, Nicki Minaj is not a fan of that. SZA fires back at Nicki Minaj after ex feud. Claims, "Feeling myself, song credit." SZA expressed anger at the attacks, saying she wasn't even talking about or to anyone. She also went back and forth with Minaj's, at times, viciously loyal fan base, referred to as Barbs. Barbs. If you're a part of the Barbs,
Shout out.
Yes, yes. Don't want no beef. Don't want no trouble.
No smoke.
Like Jackie Chan. Don't want no trouble. Don't want no trouble. I got bullied by millions online every day. Then step. Outs Anna. SIC. What's that? SIC.
I don't know.
I don't know. You know, family, help me know. Help me please. Help me please.
Know.
Give me some edification here. I think I did it again. Yep, oops, I did it again. Britney Spears. Shout out. I got bullied by millions online every day, then step. Outs Anna. Packed stadium tour where people showed me real love. In real life, said the singer. Currently on the international leg of her grand national tour with Kendrick Lamar. My parents are healthy and I'm the most successful I ever been. Later in the day, SZA responded to one of Minaj's tweets about the love galore. Singer being a fake girl's girl and a hater, citing a clip of SZA trying and failing to get Rihanna's attention at the 2018 Met Gala as evidence. Do you know what she's talking about, family? Do you know what she's talking? You know what SZA's talking about here?
Oh my goodness, that's low-key a stretch, but
have you seen that clip? I
haven't seen it. I haven't seen the clip.
Like Minaj is all trying to get her, Rihanna. Like she just walks right past her, like.
I mean, yeah.
Just like brushed her off, like security.
Yeah.
You find it?
I mean, I haven't seen it.
No,
I have not seen that.
Minaj is like, Rihanna.
Maybe it happened. I don't know.
Do you see that, family? Do you see Nicki Minaj like Rihanna?
I know. And then Rihanna like just ignoring her,
just walking on past, right? Just walking through, like
just walk on by. I mean, it could happen though, because you know that Roc Nation.
Or maybe she couldn't hear. Maybe she couldn't hear her at the time, and then it was like it looked like she like
like she snubbed her, but she really didn't.
She really did. It's just like really loud place. Maybe I haven't seen it, but
yeah, I haven't seen it either. But y'all let us know if y'all have and what y'all think about that.
Hey, Rihanna, why are you doing people like that, Rihanna?
She said, "Cause I'm a billionaire with a B. I don't talk to the millionaires." No,
woo! Salute to that and donate to that. That was a good one, man. That's always good there. Yes.
So, as we can see, Nicki Minaj was just going off on everybody. You know, I don't know why. I don't know. I guess she was just in some sort of mood, okay? Because she was like, I ain't rocking with you, Roc Nation, and all who's associated with you. And that could include SZA. Because now some of us may or may not know, but the Super Bowl, right? So we know that the Super Bowl was done in New Orleans this past year. And, you know, Lil Wayne, as we know, very close to Nicki Minaj. They have a very close friendship in Young Money together. And, you know, Nicki Minaj, along with others, felt like Lil Wayne was snubbed out of the opportunity to be able to perform for the Super Bowl in his own city, right? Now, as we know, Jay-Z is involved. He is heavily involved when it comes to the music lineup at the Super Bowl. And he also allegedly plays a part. Now, I'm not for sure, but allegedly he plays a big part in picking the artists who perform at the Super Bowl. Well, there's some tension there because, as we know, Kendrick Lamar, along with SZA, performed at the Super Bowl. So that beef could have started from that whole situation. Not to mention the Drake.
Sorry, baby. Go ahead. You said go ahead. Sorry about that. The charger we're dying here. The computer's dying. I don't want the live stream to cat off because we're running this live stream off the computer, and if the computer dies, then we won't be here, family. But yes, go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting you off. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
We live, family. By the way, the mistakes are absolutely free. They're on the house. We looking out.
Mistakes on the house for sure. But yeah, so anyway, sorry, I kind of lost my point, family.
You were speaking about the Super Bowl and Jay-Z, has he has power in deciding who's going to perform. And you mentioned Drake as well. Well, you also mentioned Kendrick Lamar and SZA performed at the Super Bowl. And then you were going on to mention Drake.
Yes, yes. So, and as we know, Nicki Minaj and Drake and Lil Wayne have a close relationship, all on Young Money together. And with the whole Drake beef thing, it's kind of all wrapped in one. Some people would say, the industry was trying to take Drake down, and Jay-Z had his hands a little bit in it and choosing who's going to be performing at the Super Bowl. So basically, if we're not going to let Lil Wayne perform at the Super Bowl, that's a snub, not only to Lil Wayne, but to Young Money as a whole. So that could be a little bit of where this beef with Nicki Minaj and SZA has come from. But still, I do feel like, I don't know. I don't know if she was just having one of them days or what, but she just felt like, you know what, I'm just going to air out my grievances with everybody in the industry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a possibility, though. Yeah, for sure. It could definitely have something to do with her anger. It can give her a reason to go out and just start bashing on people, start dissing people.
Man.
Sure, it can add fuel to the fire.
100%. Whew. Well, y'all let us know what y'all think about this Nicki Minaj rant. Is she justified? Is she not justified? Let us know. Well, babe, let's go ahead on and get off into our next article. Family, you gotta have to bear with us. There is a lot of information on this one, but you know what? We gotta give you guys everything, right? So this actually isn't an article. This is a video. This is with Tory Lanez. And he feels like Jay-Z and Roc Nation are a little bit shady. So let's go ahead on and see what he has to say.
This down the third.
Sorry about that.
Tory Lanez goes to jail. They gave y'all all the facts of the juice of Tory Lanez going to jail and this, that, and the third, and Megan getting arrested and da-da-da-da. 2 days after that, I get a call from Roc Nation that says, yo, we heard you're going to make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement. So I'm like, oh, okay. I don't understand what the issue of me telling my fans, like, yo, look, it's not that serious of a deal. I went to jail for whatever. It's like, I didn't get for that 2 days why that was an issue. 2 days later, TMZ report come out. TMZ reports, and have the surveillance now. Now they see the video of the arrest. You see Megan, you see me, and you see it's all sprawled out on the ground in bathing suits and blah, blah, blah. And everything I'm saying is public record. You can go back and look at this shit. You can go back and see it. Like, you feel me? So they say, oh, okay, you see her out of the car. She's getting out of the car. She's hopping. It looks bad, bro. And I'm not going to lie. Like, I felt bad watching it because it made her look bad. And it didn't make her look good. It didn't make any of us look good. And I didn't want that for her. I don't see that for anybody. So all of a sudden, when we get arrested, or when it looks like we all got arrested, the memes start. Now I want to really bring you guys in for a second so you can understand something. And I really just want you to take this in. Like, she is a person I spent enough time with her to observe and understand something about her, where it's like, she's going through a lot. She goes through a lot. She deals with a lot on her day-to-day basis. And because of that, she's not used to, and not even just because of that, but just because of the fact that she's been praised so much. We've always looked at her as like, yo, that's hip hop sweetheart. Like, she's nice, she's talented, whatever the case is, cool. And because of that, like, we've never seen a moment where the memes have come at her, where the memes are like, yo, nigga, let's laugh at your pain. Ah, ha, 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 ha. She's never had to deal with that because she's always been praised. So everything that's been happening has been a reaction off of what's been going on. So it gets down to this point now where it's like, now the reports are starting to say, okay, well, everyone's pointing to different things. No one really knows what's happened, but nobody has ever said she got shot. Nobody has ever said she got shot. Not TMZ, not the police report at this point. Nothing is saying that she got shot. Soon as she sees herself on video with the bikini and things like that, and it looks bad, she then comes out and says, yo, the narrative of me getting cut by glass, it's just not true. She doesn't point at nobody or anybody or say anything or anything like that. She just says the narrative that whatever came out of me being cut by glass is not true. I was shot in my feet with the intention to harm me and put harm and danger upon me, right? So, okay, cool. like all of a sudden the affiliates of her circle start pointing like little subliminal fingers, like count your days and like I won't be around and you shooting at beat and like little funny things that they start doing. And I'm kind of like, damn, hold on, where are y'all about to take this? Because y'all told me not to make a statement, so I'm trying to figure out where y'all taking me to. I don't get it. So then at this point she goes live because people are not really understanding the story or whatever the case is. She waits. She doesn't go on, a time when it's just a regular time. For y'all who don't understand, it was one of those things where me and her knew what was going on, but y'all didn't know what was going on. She went live on my birthday. And then she says, yo, and the thing about the whole jury thing is like, my bad. She knew that it wasn't a situation where, she knew she had to do certain sympathetic things, I guess, to push the narrative. And I don't know who told her to do certain things like that. And I'm not the one who's trying to, ever point the finger at anybody. But when it really comes down to it, it's like, you went on live on your birthday, and then you said, on my birthday, and then you said, I got shot in my foot, and it didn't hit no bones or tendons. So everybody's looking at this, and again, the internet is a sick place. This is a place where people don't give a fuck about you. They do what they...
That is true.
That's a fact. That truly is a fact.
They antagonize, and they do what they do. You go in and you see you get shot in your foot, no bones or tendons. The internet goes into an outrage because some people are like, hold on, how you not get shot? How you get shot in your foot and it don't hit no bones or tendons? Like, whoever is watching this, if you need to go on Google and look at a foot anatomy of bones and skeletons and tendons, you realize there's 30 bones in your feet and 100 tendons, some crazy number like that, right? So
that's why it hurts when I jam my big toe.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got what he said.
A lot of tendons and bones in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I concur.
She now gets to this place where the people are like, hold on, and again, the internet is sick. The internet starts coming at her and saying, yo, show your feet. Because we're seeing you at DJ Khaled's house and you're on your tippy toes, and then we're seeing that you're...
Hey, I mean, maybe she was feeling better that moment.
No, yeah.
After the bullet went through her foot.
What I will say is that, if you get shot in your foot, I mean, there's not a lot of skin on your foot. There's not you don't got a lot of fat or skin on your foot. Usually, typically, foots are pretty bony. So, you would think that, if you got shot in the foot, and that's not funny, but you would think if you got shot in the foot,
you'd want a tippy toe.
Your bone would get hit.
Something I thought you'd want a tippy toe,
Oh, yeah, right at DJ Khaled's house, for sure. Shortly thereafter.
According to Tory Lanez, by the way.
According to Tory Lanez, allegedly, right?
According to his reporting.
Well, let's continue a little bit further.
You're hearing her, and they're antagonizing her. They're brutally coming for her and not giving her, I guess, what it is that she needed. But it gets to this point where now she posts a picture of her foot. And she posts this picture of her foot. There's no exit wound. There's a lot of inconsistencies in the story. And she said...
I was about to say it's somebody else's foot.
Man,
it's all jacked up.
I know, right?
it's all really bad.
It's all really bad. You can see the gunshot really well. Right?
That's Jesus, somebody else's foot. Or Photoshop.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Obviously I didn't see the photo. Obviously.
There's a lot of inconsistencies in the story. And she says under the post, you see, I got shot in the back of my foot because when I was walking away from the car, she says she puts this in capital letters. She says, I was walking away from the car and I got shot in the back of my foot. She doesn't ever show the other foot that she claims she got shot in. And I'm not trying to, again, I hate that this is coming off like I'm trying to come for her and whatever cases, but this is what I'm having to endure and watch when I'm knowing certain facts. So it gets to, it gets to this.
So family, feel free to check out the rest of this video. It's quite long, so we're not going to be able to go through the whole thing. But essentially, what Tory Lanez is saying is that Roc Nation called him up when this whole incident happened. If you guys remember, it was all over TMZ, social media. Everyone was talking about Nicki Minaj. A lot of us probably seen that video. Nicki Minaj with her hands up and she's kind of limping out, limping, right? And so, it's being reported everywhere, but, we didn't get all the facts at the time. Well, apparently when this happened, Roc Nation called Tory Lanez and told Tory Lanez, don't make a statement, allegedly, right? According to Tory Lanez. Roc Nation called him up and said, don't make a statement. Then the narrative started to change, according to Tory Lanez. The narrative started to change, and Megan's team, which is a part of Roc Nation, was, making some comments, I guess about him and whatnot. So then he was a little bit, from what he's saying, he was a bit confused. Okay, what changed? Because you told me not to make a statement, and now you guys are making statements, right? And so this whole case for Tory Lanez, if you guys have followed it or not, but I'll give you a quick little summary. Some people would say, including Tory Lanez, that the whole, Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion thing was fabricated, allegedly. Some people would say that. There's a lot of politics that was involved in that situation. He got 10 years for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. However, there was some discrepancies. Even listening to some of the information that came out from the trial, there was discrepancies on who shot, how it all came about. Her best friend was involved. So there was definitely a lot of unclearness that came around, that happened with this whole situation. And it was interesting that he was charged with 10 years in prison for shooting Megan Thee Stallion, even though there was lies, and it was confirmed that there was lies that happened with this whole case, because originally, if you remember, Megan Thee Stallion was saying that she wasn't sleeping around with Tory Lanez, but later on came out on the show and was saying that, it did happen or whatever. So there was just a lot of there was some lies involved for sure, and just definitely some discrepancies. So it was interesting. I will say this, it was interesting that Tory Lanez ended up getting convicted for this charge, knowing a lot of the stuff was a little off. And also Roc Nation's involvement in calling him, telling him not to make a statement, and then seemingly pinning it on him and how he went to jail like that. Whereas we know with Diddy, we seeing video footage of Diddy beating on Cassie, not allowing her to leave. But Diddy was not charged for his biggest convictions. It's a little interesting because why? They say, well, there was not enough clear evidence. Well, where was the clear evidence with this Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion case? That's what I'm curious about. I'm going to just say it. I'm going to just leave it like that. Y'all let us know what you guys think about the situation. But it also does not make Roc Nation look good. And it looks as though there's a possibility that Roc Nation was involved in Tory Lanez getting sentenced to 10 years in prison for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. However, there was definitely, it was obvious even to the public that there was, if you followed it, you kind of seen that there was definitely some discrepancies involved in the story. So just like the jury was not able to be conclusive in the Diddy trial, I'm curious as to how they became conclusive when it comes to this Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez trial. So
maybe that could be another video within itself, a deep dive in that case.
Yeah, for sure.
Just going through what was said in the court and the documentation that's out there, the sources, and really doing an investigation. Yeah, that's almost like another video.
It is. But I kind of just wanted to give a little summary. It kind of turned into a long summary. But just in case you guys are wondering, well, what does this have to do with it? Well, we're talking about Roc Nation here. So it's kind of a little bit involvement of Roc Nation and allegedly some of the things that they might have been involved in. So yes, family, feel free to check out the rest and let us know. Do you guys want us to do a deep dive on the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion case? If so, please let us know in the comment section.
Yes. Shall we get on to the next source?
Yes, let's go ahead on and get off into the next one.
This source is from X. It's a post.
This is a post, yeah. And just that's the post right there. So here's a post. And this was their explanation on what they felt about with this Tory Lanez case. So, a short story. Roc Nation wanted to sign Tory Lanez, allegedly. I put that in there. Tory Lanez refused and decided to stay independent and showed how artists can make millions like him. Out of nowhere, Megan Thee Stallion, Roc Nation artist, claimed Tory shot her. No DNA, no proof, no videos. A witness saw what happened and said he saw a girl holding the gun, Megan's friend, so they told the witness, you better be quiet. Tory's father was bashing Roc Nation and Jay-Z for using their connections in court to put Tory in jail. He wasn't blaming Aftermath. Def Jam, and Epic Records. He was specifically blaming Roc Nation and Jay-Z. People were laughing about it. Now they're starting to release Jay-Z. Now they're starting to realize Jay-Z is really powerful after they saw what happened to Diddy. Unfortunately, most people are followers, not thinkers. Tory lost the case and they gave him 10 years. Marcus was on IG live twerking. Marcus, aka Megan, was on IG live twerking 1 week after she got shot. End of story.
And this tweet was from
Abashar. I don't know, but that was a little bit of a summary.
And that's a picture of 50 Cent.
Yeah. But
at Curtis Bashar.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is that really him? That might actually be.
Well, he's got 999 following. He's got 23.3K followers.
I think that actually
So is that Curtis Jackson going by another? I don't know, family. Let us know. Give us some edification.
There's a check mark next to it too, so that means it's authenticated. So yeah, that might actually be 50 Cent, even though I was a little thrown off by the name.
Just we gotta consider where the source is coming from.
That's facts. That's facts.
If this is 50 Cent, he's known for saying things to get a reaction.
He is.
He can be a troll.
He can be a troll.
Yeah.
But he do be dropping truths.
Respectfully. This is respectfully. I don't want no smoke.
Yeah, for sure. But he
Mr. 50 Cent. No, I know.
He's messy. He's messy.
Yeah. Just be objective. Like
he's messy, but he do be dropping some truths. Like in his messiness, there's be like truth involved. I mean, he doesn't even mind throwing out his own baby mama when it came to this Diddy case and basically calling her a sex worker. So, but he did it, in a funny way or whatever the case may be. But like he be messy, but he be telling some truths in that messiness too. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, that is what some people are saying. We don't know Roc Nation's involvement with it, but it is interesting. It is interesting, and it'd be interesting to see if Diddy even get 10 years? I don't even know if Diddy will get 10 years. And we've seen video evidence of Diddy beating Cassie and not allowing her to leave. She was heading for the elevator. She was heading to leave, and he drug her back. So, anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Y'all let us know y'all's opinions in the comment section.
Yes, and the next source is from Complex. Wale reflects on decision to leave Roc Nation management earlier in his career.
Let's go ahead on, and we're going to, just scroll down to the video. We're just going to play the video.
Okay, let's see if everybody can see it. Yes, we'll leave it here.
Okay, we're going to go to 1 hour and 55 minutes. No, 1 hour and 55 seconds. My bad.
1 hour and 55 seconds.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that's good enough.
It's probably gonna be blocked off, so we'll play it right here.
Yeah.
That way everybody can see. Awesome. Let's get it, fam.
From Roc Nation?
Yes. At some point.
Wow.
Tell us about
I don't know. All right, well.
It's like reverse engineering right now. Let's go.
No, so what happened was.
You want another shot first?
I was,
You're taking a shot for this?
This nigga's trying to get me killed before I get to the airport. I was in the whole cipher for a long time, and
You said in the whole cycle?
Whole.
like it's
meaning
like
Roc Nation
in
world.
the bubble from the touring and everything.
Right.
And
okay.
I don't know. There was a time that I was on tour with J. Cole. At this point, I was opening for him. They told me it was like a co-headline tour, but whatever. I was opening for him, and it was kind of an elaborate stage and this and that and third. And somebody in my circle was like, "Yo, you know you're losing like $5,000 every time you go on stage. Not only are you not breaking even, you're losing money."
You're losing money.
When
Whoa.
you're touring, yeah.
Whoa.
That's not good.
Like $5,000 is what he said?
Yeah. That's not good. That you're supposed to be making money on tour.
$5,000 every time you go on stage. You're not even in my circle was like, "Yo, you know you're losing like $5,000 every time you go on stage. Not only are you not breaking even, you're losing money." And it was like, at me in that point in my life, it was just like I forgot what city we was in, but I remember I was on a bus, and I remember I had got an offer to do another tour with 2 other artists, and I wanted to go with Cole because that's like my brother. We just did the whole tour together, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I remember being like, all right, cool, I'm gonna just be like, let me do this tour, you know what I'm saying, with Cole, whatever. So we was on the road, and I was just like, man, I heard that from whatever. It doesn't matter who I heard it from. It was somebody that was close to the joint, and they was like, "Yeah, you're losing.
Exactly.
I'm losing. You're losing.
He's not even breaking even.
Yeah, the shows is sold out, and I just couldn't. Again, I'm a young nigga. I couldn't make sense of it because I'm like, bro, I think this was The Gifted was out, and I think The Gifted went number 2 or 1 on Billboard, and I just couldn't understand it because I'm like, man, I could literally just be hosting clubs and just be like making like this tonight, XYZ, and I couldn't understand it, and I just like really had a meltdown, for real. And I remember whatever city I was in, it was like 3 days left, and I just quit the tour. I just quit, and I just remember one of them being in Seattle.
Which tour is this? Is Blueprint 3?
This is Cole's. This is the Cole, whatever, Born Center and Gifted, right? I think.
And the difference is J. Cole's signed to Roc Nation as an artist, right?
I wasn't even thinking about that.
But I'm saying, is that the case though in this situation?
Yeah,
your management, and he's artist on.
But I didn't. At that point, I didn't know I just knew we was all of like.
Right.
So I just was like, man, I'm losing. I'm like, man, because if I was touring by myself, I could be like probably like busting it crazy every night, but. You know what I mean? So I just kind of had a meltdown, and I didn't know who to call, like it's my lawyer, my accountant, and I was just like, okay. The next day, I called somebody there, and they was like, you get this option or this option, and but it's been all love since. I just wasn't like privy to this fucking music industry shit and how it worked. I just thought that I was like, yo, this many people in the room, I know that this is happening, blah blah blah. But again, I learned it, and I learned a lot from them. And Jay's still my idol, for real. He's still my favorite rapper. Still my, last time I talked to him was at when Beyonce was doing her arena tour, and I talked to him. But like, I still got all the love for all of them.
Well, if Roc Nation had anything to do with him losing money, he's not holding no grudges towards it.
Mm-hmm. He's not, and I don't know if he can hold grudges towards him. I mean,
he's that powerful. They're that powerful that
some would allege.
Man,
some would allege. Well, what I've noticed, in doing a little research, nobody is coming out with. Very few people, almost no people, are coming out with grievances when it comes to Roc Nation and Jay-Z. Most people might say, hey, I chose to go a different way for whatever the reason. I wanted more control, whatever the case, they'll say something like that. But they won't say like, forget Roc Nation. Like, they won't say that. I've noticed that. And my thing is, put yourself in that shoes. If you're a young artist up and coming and you're going on tour to make money, last time I checked, but then you're on tour and this tour is organized by Roc Nation, and J. Cole, obviously the Roc Nation artist at the time. And so, you're wondering, okay, well, why is it costing $5,000? Like I'm losing money. I'm losing $5,000 as a new artist. I think you would be wondering, like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure you would probably be angry because that means that he owed this money now. Like, you're owing this money, however many nights the tour was, $5,000 times however many nights the tour was. That's what you owe to Roc Nation now. So, I don't see anyone being happy about that. However, allegedly, or according to Wale, he has no grievances about it. So shout out to Wale. That's very generous of him to not have any grievances about losing $5K per show per night that he performed.
Shall we continue?
That's all we're gonna do with this video, but it is a little bit more information in this Roc Nation puzzle that we are diving into tonight, and there is some more.
And before we get to the last article, feel free to check out the rest of this video.
Oh, yes.
This video was done by Drink Champs. Check that out, family. This is fair use.
Yes, family, fair use.
Transformative.
Yes.
All right. We're ready for the next source.
Yes, we are. So we are going to get off into our last article of the night. And this is from Colin Kaepernick's wife. And she had some things to say about Jay-Z. So let's go ahead on and dig off into that, baby.
Nessa Diab, sorry if I'm mispronouncing her name.
Sounds about right to me.
Clarifies that she respects Jay-Z as an artist, but alleged smear campaign against her husband, Colin Kaepernick, was wrong. Nessa Diab joined Nicki Minaj in speaking out about Roc Nation after Minaj began tweeting about legal claims against Desiree Perez. Colin Kaepernick's wife and Hot 97 personality, Nessa Diab, took to Instagram live with a message she's been trying to get across for years. The Shade Room reported on the viral moment on Saturday, July 19th. The Nessa on Air host jumped into the conversation about Nicki Minaj, posted a series of allegations about Jay-Z, Desiree Perez, and Roc Nation. For Nessa, the parallels were too familiar to ignore. During her live stream, Nessa said Minaj's claims reminded her of what she saw happen to Kaepernick during the heights of his NFL protest against police brutality. I saw it happen to Colin, she said. I called it out years ago. She urged viewers to revisit the timeline, saying all the signs were already there. One of Nessa's main points of frustration centered on Jay-Z's 2019 inspired change deal with the NFL. He only spoke with Jay after everything was already in motion. He knew exactly what it would do, she said. I was there. I heard the conversation. In her view, the deal helps repair the NFL's public image while ignoring the man who started the conversation. Nessa also pushed back on the persistent rumors that Kaepernick had turned down offers to return to the league. He was never offered a job, she said. They wanted people to think he didn't want to play or ask for too much money. A few days later, on July 16th, she doubled down in a post on X, accusing Jay-Z, Roc Nation, and Desiree Perez of running a long-term smear campaign. She even alleged Roc Nation pocketed $5 million per year for 5 years to help redirect the conversation away from Kaepernick's blackballing. Nessa also called out Perez's 2021 pardon from Donald Trump, hinting at deeper ties to NFL ownership and political influence. Neither Jay-Z nor Roc Nation has publicly responded. I can pretty much guess that.
Yeah, for sure.
They have not responded, family. But Nessa's statements have reignited an ongoing conversation about power, image control, and who really gets to shape public memory. Her message remains pointed. She's not bringing up old drama. She's reminding people what never got resolved. And that concludes this article from hotnewhiphop.com. So, she's been speaking on it. Colin Kaepernick's wife, Nessa, has been speaking on it, family.
Yeah.
And this has been ongoing. This is now out of the blue.
That's true.
According to her.
And yeah, she has been public, obviously in her support of her husband, Colin Kaepernick. And, this Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj calling out Roc Nation, I guess, inspired her to get back and call out Roc Nation herself. Because, yeah, it was kind of interesting that Jay-Z signed the whole NFL deal right around that time when Colin Kaepernick was, there was a lot going on with that. He took the knee, during the anthem, and it had some people looking at the NFL like, why are you guys not hiring Colin Kaepernick? Well, the NFL was like, you know what, we're going to smooth this thing right on over, and we're going to use Jay-Z to help us, right? Because we're not racist, because we got Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So... And it is interesting that right after that, a lot of that conversation about Colin Kaepernick died down, and there was a lot of, there was definitely people that were saying, Colin Kaepernick was being difficult. They were trying to give him, I think it was like a scrimmage or something like that, but he didn't show up. I don't know, I don't know. But, according to Nessa, she feels like not only is the NFL and Roc Nation, in ties together, but also Roc Nation has political ties when it comes to Donald Trump, because Donald Trump ended up pardoning the CEO of Roc Nation. You know what? It would be good, to see what did she get pardoned for. I'm kind of curious about that. I don't have that information on hand. But
she does have a background in crime.
She does.
Yes.
She does have a background in crime. And the current lawsuit out against her own daughter is suing her currently.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic, family. Yes.
For sure. So yeah, this Roc Nation
sounds kind of mob-like.
Man, they do. It does.
It sounds like the mob. This sounds crazy, family.
Yeah.
Just observation. This sounds mob-like. That's all I'm saying.
It does. It does, right? Mob ties. Y'all let us know y'all's thoughts, and if you guys have any other information, please feel free to bring it to us. We would love to hear about it. But
that was an amazing job. You putting together all these sources, this information.
Thank you, baby.
Family, My wife put this together. It's going around not once, not twice, but 3 times in the black church. You know how we do it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Close the doors.
That's right. Close them doors.
We just playing,
Yeah,
family.
we just playing.
Unless you don't do it. All right, family. I do have some questions.
And down the stretch we come.
Down the stretch we come. So, is Nicki exposing the industry, or is she just burning down bridges?
I think it's a mixture of both. Yeah. Is Nicki exposing the industry? Okay, now let me think about that. What does she actually expose about Roc Nation and Jay-Z? Well, she's exposing that they got over on her, but according to Steve Stoute, she didn't have proper paperwork. So I'm trying to think, okay, what did she actually expose? 'Cause I did say a mixture of both, but I got to think about actually what I just said. She also went on to diss anybody who calls Jay-Z Hove. Or she dissed Jay-Z for that. Go ahead and check me, double check me. But that is interesting. I always thought that was very interesting and not in a positive way either. Why you call yourself Hove?
Like a play on Jehovah.
Yes, like it's a play on Jehovah. And technically it's Yehovah.
Yeah.
Or Yahuwah or Yahweh to be technical.
That's right.
But some people, they do say Yehovah. But technically it's Yehovah. I don't want to get into the tomato conversation, but I saw what he tried to do. He tried to be slick, even though the creator's name is not Jehovah. Because there's no J in Hebrew. And the V, it's not really a V sound. It's a W sound. It's a what, like a W. So it's Yehovah or Yahuwah. But I saw what he's trying to do. He's trying to be slick. But, I mean, is it different enough to differentiate? That's another discussion.
Yeah.
It's like, it sounds alike, but it's not quite the same. But whatever, that's another discussion, family. She also went on to diss SZA. So let me backtrack that. I don't know what she really exposed from the industry. Maybe, to her defense, maybe they did rush the deal because she had 24 hours to respond. Yeah. So maybe that was the shady part. They put her in
an ultimatum.
Yeah, they put her in a tough situation. So to a degree, objectively speaking, they may have been shady in putting her in a tough situation, as our white counterparts would say. In a pickle.
In a pickle.
They put Nicki Minaj in a pickle. I have no idea what that means. I may look like I have the idea what that means.
Let us know, what does that mean?
Being put in a pickle means you're in a tough situation where you have to make a decision that's rushed. But Nicki Minaj was put in a pickle.
That's right.
Yes. Am I turning red? They definitely can see it. Let's see. Let's compare it to the cup.
Okay. Almost there.
Almost there. I'm right there with it. So, okay, Live Nation or Roc Nation might have put Nicki Minaj in the pickle. So that is shady to a degree. So, okay, there's some exposing there.
Yeah.
Now, is she burning bridges? I think so. I think she's burning bridges by speaking out publicly against Jay-Z the way how she did.
Yeah.
And also against SZA.
Yeah.
That was uncalled for. It was unnecessary. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I think it's a mixture of both to be objective.
Yeah. No, I like the answer, baby. Yeah, I would agree. You know, I do think it's a mixture of both. You know, she's letting it be known, hey, you know, they owe me money and, you know, y'all tried to rush me into signing something. You know, so yeah, that's a little bit of exposing. And then, but I do also agree, you know, she's burning bridges because, you know, why are you talking about SZA now? You know, why are you know, if it's about the money and if it's about the wrongdoing, just file the lawsuit, right? You don't even have to do too much talking. So
let your lawyers do the talking.
Let your lawyers do the talking.
Yes.
Let your lawyers do their lawyer thing.
Yes, that's what they're great at.
That's right.
Yes.
So yeah, no, I agree, baby. Okay, I do have another question for you.
All right.
Is Jay-Z really for the culture or just profiting off of it?
He's just profiting off of it, in my opinion. Now, this is a deep conversation. I'm coming from a spiritual, righteous perspective. I'm not claiming to be perfect, okay? Don't misrepresent me, okay? I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm far from that. Let's just do our best. Let's love the Most High with all of our heart, all of our soul, and with all of our might, as it says in the scriptures. So I'm not trying to claim to be perfect. I'm not a goody two shoes. I'm not sanctimonious. Fam, we kicking it, you know? We cool. We all about good vibes. But I say this out of respect. Yes, is he a legend in making hip hop music? Yes, he is a hip hop legend.
For sure.
But when you say for the culture, that word is very interesting. That word has been appropriated.
Yeah.
When you say culture, a culture is how you live. It's a way of doing things. Yeah. It's how you conduct yourself as a community. That's right. So is he really for the culture, for our culture? Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. From a biblical sense, no. But from a music sense in regards to hip hop, making hip hop, he's a hip hop legend. He's one of the greatest MCs of all time. You can put him in your top 5, top 10. There's a lot of people that say he is the greatest MC.
Yeah.
Now, I think he is a great businessman to go with it. I think not only is he a great rapper, one of the greatest MCs of all time, he is one of the greatest businessmen of hip hop of all time.
That's right.
So he has a combination of both. But is he really for the culture? I'm not saying that he doesn't do things for our community, for the black community. And I say this, family, out of respect, as a mulatto, being mixed. I know that I'm pretty sure that he does a lot of great things, a lot of great charity. Mm-hmm. But just overall, his message, for the most part, he talks about drug dealing. He talks about what goes on in the streets. Is he reporting what goes on in the streets? We could look at it that way. Could look at it objectively. But overall, a lot of the messages in his music, I mean, is it really beneficial? At times he does bring songs that have a variety. Mm-hmm. But as an MC, yes, he's a legend. But is he really for the culture? When I'm talking about culture, I'm talking about our community. Mm-hmm. You know, I think he's a great businessman and he knows how to profit from it. Oof. And this is out of respect. I'm just looking at it from both sides.
Yeah.
But looking at it from a biblical position.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you know, I love your answer, babe. Very, very great answer. 100%. Yeah, you know, I think a lot of times, especially in the black community, we have a hard time calling out successful black people in the community because, you know, we feel like, okay, they've reached the level of success. They have talent. So we're not going to say anything about them because they have talent and they're successful. But what I'll say about Jay-Z, I do agree. I believe he's a great businessman. You know, I'm sure he gives to charity. Mind you, when you're that rich, charity is a write-off.
It is a write-off, family. Yeah.
Just FYI.
Yeah, but still not to take away for all the charity that he's done, though. Because when you have a lot of money, you can help a lot of people. So I'm giving Jay-Z credit there. I'm just looking at it from a spiritual position, family. So just bear with me. You know, looking at it from both sides. Just bear with me, family. That's how I go about it. But sorry for cutting you off because I don't want to diss his accolades and his success as one of the greatest MCs of all time. I'm just trying to look at it from a righteous viewpoint. But go ahead.
100%, baby, 100%. So yeah, as far as Jay-Z though, you know, I do believe that Jay-Z's about his money. Through and through, he's shrewd businessman. Like anybody you would think of when you think about a shrewd business person, whether that be a Donald Trump or whoever, right? Jay-Z's about his money. Jay-Z's about his business. He's going to put that above other things, right? So if you're thinking, hey, you know what? I'm going to join Roc Nation and I'm going to join Jay-Z and he's just going to be looking out for me, I would think twice about that, right? If you're someone that is aspiring you know, to work with Jay-Z, to work with Roc Nation, make sure that you have your lawyers involved. Don't think of it like, you know, he's just going to be looking out for me because we've just seen a series of information, you know, you can draw your own conclusion to that information that we threw out there. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people, you know, and even feel free to check out Meek Mill and what Meek Mill said about, you know, being an artist under Roc Nation. he did not bash Roc Nation. You know, he said that they were cool, but he did say that he did end up leaving because he wanted more control. So, usually when people leave a situation, it's because they feel like it's better somewhere else, right? Or they might feel like, you know what, we're not doing what I thought over here in this current situation. So what I will say is that, you know, shout out to Jay-Z for being an amazing artist, a amazing businessman. Now, as far as the ethics go, I don't know. As far, you know, just watch out, right? Just because someone is black does not necessarily mean that they're going to be looking out for your best interest. They may still just be looking out for their best interest, right? So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And yes, Jay-Z definitely profits off of the black community, obviously. You know, these big industries like the NFL, you know, they know that, right? Even the Nets, right? When Jay-Z owned a portion of the Nets, and we're all thinking Jay-Z owns the Nets, and it comes to find out it's this very small, tiny percentage. But they know, you know, when we put Jay-Z, when we say Jay-Z is a part of it, like the black community, they gonna be like, you know, riding with it, you know, and it is a fact, you know. And so these industries, they know that, right? Even Tidal, right? They know you put Jay-Z on it. Like that's gonna make the people come, especially the black community. So, and Jay-Z knows this as well. And so, whether or not these companies are, morally, doing what they're supposed to be doing or whatever the case may be, what people know, including these industries know, including Jay-Z knows, is that if I'm a part of it, I'm gonna get the black community to be a part of it. So. That's what I'll say about that. And yes, he's definitely making his money. As we know, he's a billionaire, right? Shout out. All right, baby. Let's see.
Yeah, and I gotta give him credit for there. It's like there's not a lot of black billionaires. Most of the billionaires are Caucasian or other, but pretty much Caucasian. But yeah, I mean, to see him hit that billionaire mark, that is impressive.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta take the good with the bad, you know. But I think ultimately he is about his business, and that's why I answered it that way. It's just profiting off of it. I even feel a type of way for even saying that, you know, because I respect him as a businessman, you know. I think, and just like the hustle part of him, and I think that as people, we gotta have hustle. And his music, it's like, yeah, okay, the hustle maybe, well, a lot of it is from, you know, selling drugs, things like that. But as an entrepreneur, you gotta be about your hustle. You gotta be about your paper. Being diversified in assets, we gotta be about our hustle. So 100%. There's good things to take from it.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. You know, hey, he's making his money. Let's make sure we're making our money.
That's right.
As well. You know what I'm saying? And also, but just because you're making money doesn't mean you have to get over on people. I'm not saying that Jay-Z is getting over on people.
Nicki Minaj is saying she's getting over.
Yes, but I'm not saying that though. But just, you know, we can, especially, you know, because we believe in God, we believe in the Most High, we believe in the Bible, we believe in the culture that is in the Bible. You can get wealth without doing evil. So I know there's this misconception that in order to gain wealth, in order to be wealthy, in order to be well off, you must have to do something evil. You must have to do something, that's wrong. And that's not true. The Most High allows us to get wealth. The Most High will prosper us if we do things according to his will. So don't think that the only way I can gain wealth is if I'm doing something that I'm not, that's against the Bible, because it's not true, So yeah, that's sometimes a misconception. But no, you can get wealthy, you can be wealthy, you can be a millionaire, you can be a billionaire, and still be righteous. So just keep that in mind. All right, baby. I have another question for you. Does Jay-Z owe the black community transparency when it comes to business?
That's a good question. The word owes the black community?
Mm-hmm.
Transparency when it comes to business. That's a good one. That's one of those gear grinders.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I got a grill grinder.
Because oh, you smell smoke. That's my brain thinking. Yes.
That's what we like to do around here.
Yes, the neurons are. Is that what you call them? Neurons in your brain? Yeah, they're having a hard time. Lighten up, family. Yes. You know, this is a really deep question because this goes beyond Jay-Z. This speaks about just really powerful, successful business people in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do people who are moguls and CEOs, do they have to be transparent? Like
about
Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, like, do they have to be transparent about their business when it comes to business?
That is the question.
What do you mean by transparent?
Well, so
I gotta answer the question with a question. What do you mean by transparent? Like,
so maybe open, maybe honest about their business dealings.
I mean, is he contractual obligated to our community to do so? Like,
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of. I would if I had a gunpoint, I had to answer this question. You're gonna answer this question. Answer it, Jaden.
Answer it.
I will say no. I don't think he owes us transparency when it comes to business. As a businessman, he doesn't owe us. Like, you're a businessman. You're a businessman. You know, you're a businessman. Like, you know, I don't think he owes. What does he owe us? An explanation of how he gets his paper? How he handles? No, I don't think so. That's a really tough question. It's one of those I might have to come back and revisit. You know, I don't know. But I would say that not necessarily.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. He doesn't owe. No.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think?
Well, like you said, I do think that this is a hard question, and there's no right or wrong answer to this question. You know, to any of these questions, right? They're just questions, and we're just giving our opinions, family. We're just giving our opinions. But yeah, as far as does Jay-Z owe the Black community transparency when it comes to his businesses? No, you know, I don't think he owes anybody anything necessarily. However, I do believe that when he's getting into contract with people, these artists, he owes them transparency, right? Like, if you are going to be on tour with Jay-Z, you know, you may want to know, or Roc Nation, you may want to know, hey, you know, am I going to be coming out of pocket for this, or am I actually going to be making money?
But does he legally owe them? Well, as long as he's doing everything legally, what does he really owe them though? Like, if he's if all the contracts are laid out, like, to the artist, you're to get this, is it on the artist's responsibility to make sure that they got their lawyer, they got their team ready to make sure this is in the contract? Does he really owe the artist? Like, he's got to really break it down and simplify it for them? Does he really have to do all that? Or is it really on the artist's responsibility to protect themselves at all times?
So the artists definitely have to protect themselves. However, if we're just talking, as far as, like I said earlier, he doesn't owe nobody nothing. But if we're just talking about morally, right? Just morally speaking, no, legally speaking, who knows, right? Who knows? You know, who knows, right? We're not lawyers here, so I'm not going to act like I am one. However, so yeah, like I said, I don't believe that he owes anybody anything unless he's legally obligated to owe them something, which I don't know because I'm not an attorney. I don't know how the contracts were written. None of that, right?
As business people, we don't owe the Black community transparency when it comes to our business. They don't need to know how we handle our business.
We do not. But would you think...
You don't have to let us know how you handle your business.
That's fact.
If you own a business.
But if me and my husband were
like... my business. It's my business.
If me and my husband...
business, my business. Because it's mine, oh mine. Okay. You heard that?
I do.
You heard that, Ludacris? Luda?
I do.
So I'm going to say no.
So I have a question.
The no's getting stronger now.
I have a question for you. So if you were, and this is just morally speaking, because again, we both addressed the fact that, hey, you know, I don't know what his contracts say. We weren't there in the room. We didn't read them.
Yeah.
We couldn't tell you, right? However, let's say that me and my husband were like, hey guys, we own this business. Let's say it was a basketball team. Hey guys, we own, you know, the Warriors because we're in the Bay. We own the Warriors. We own the Warriors, y'all. Okay, and then y'all come to find out we owe 1% of the Warriors.
Still owe the Warriors.
Would you guys feel like
Still the
we
worst.
were not being transparent about that. You
Okay,
probably would
well,
feel...
it wasn't detailed. Wasn't highly detailed.
No,
It wasn't. Didn't elaborate. I mean, okay, that's transparent. That's definitely semantics here involved.
Yeah, so y'all let us know what y'all
Yeah.
think. Do you guys feel like Jay-Z should be more transparent when it comes to his business dealings?
I say no. He doesn't. As a businessman, no, he doesn't have to. And you don't have to, and I don't have to, and you don't have to, and we collectively don't have to. Like,
yes.
I don't think so. I'm gonna say no.
I don't think he...
Maybe we can disagree on that. We
I
can
don't
finally
think
disagree
he
on
owes
something.
anybody anything. As I said
Yeah.
earlier, morally speaking, though, yeah, I do think he should be more transparent. But why would he be transparent when it doesn't it doesn't help his case, right? Because like if he were to be transparent about a lot of these business deals and negotiations, he could stand to make less money. So why would he, right? Why would he? And so the question is, is money worth, like, what are you willing to do for money? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it worth it? Is it worth it to you? Hey, you don't owe nobody nothing. At the end of the day, like we just said, you don't owe nobody nothing. But if hey, I'm gonna use this, whatever it may be, I'm gonna use my percentage in this state to say that it's black owned, or if I'm going to, sign up with the NFL and, kind of overshadow some of what's happening, in the black community by saying, hey, look, I'm a part of this NFL, and Jay-Z's gonna get paid for it. I mean, shout out to Jay-Z. Like we said, he's making his money. He's making his money. And at the end of the day, as a business person, you're going to have to face those moral things in the day in and day out of your business. Like, is all money good money? Is it worth it? I mean, some people would say it's worth it to become a billionaire, but ultimately it's up to you individually on what you choose to do. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that you need to be running through all your numbers with people. Like, obviously not. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be running.
He's got to get his earnings report to us. Transparency.
You do not have to do that unless is Roc Nation live.
Or the IPO? Are they on the stock exchange?
That'd be good to check out. But nevertheless, if they're a private company, if you're a private business, you don't owe nobody your financial statements, right? However, if you claim to be serving the community or someone who is helping the community,
but I don't think he claims that.
I don't think he claims that either.
I think he's about his business.
I don't think he claims that either.
That's why I'm like, I'm hesitant even saying he's not for the culture. But I mean, just from a Bible standpoint, I mean, I got to stand on truth. And as much as it, I feel a little hesitant saying it, I don't think he is. But I think he's about his paper, though. He's a great businessman.
We know
he's
that
about
much.
his business.
We know he's about his money. And hey, shout out to him and his family.
And as a businessman, he don't owe us transparency about his business.
Some would say he does, but I mean, I don't think
I
he
would disagree with those some, because I'm not finna be transparent about our business now.
But again, I think there's a nuance to this, right? I think the nuance is, no, you don't owe nobody your financial statements.
This is America,
However, if you claim to be a part of the community, you're someone. Just imagine like someone that you really rock with, but like they're getting paid to like kind of like downplay a situation, or like they're getting paid, like, I don't know. I think that there's certain things that you shouldn't take money for, but that's my personal opinion, right? My personal opinion is there's certain things that you shouldn't take money for, but at the end of the day, there's plenty of people who don't think that, right? And while there's some people who thinks, hey, Jay-Z should be more transparent about how he deals, especially with the black community, but ultimately, like me and my husband said, he don't owe nobody nothing, right? So it's up to us individually to say, well, hey, either I do support this person or I don't support this person.
He's not a role model. He's not somebody we should be looking up to for leadership.
Some people would feel like he is.
And I would disagree with those some people.
I would as well.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman. Those are leaders.
So do they owe
Jay-Z? He's an artist. He's a businessman. So I just put him in. I don't put him in that category of like leaders, role models.
But a lot of people would, though. A lot of people would.
Well, maybe they should be careful who. Hey, out of love, be careful who you choose to guide you.
That's facts. I agree with that.
100%. Or just take the good. Like take the good from Jay-Z. Like the business. Take the good part, because I mean he's a great businessman. So let's learn from that. Let's what they say, eat the meat, spit out the bones. Yeah, that's how I look at it. We can learn from everybody for sure.
Yes, we can.
And we do learn from everybody, from all people. So
yes,
yeah, there was a lot of things to learn from Jay-Z, but hey, we could agree to disagree a little bit on that.
Yeah. Because I'm not sure what the average person is going to be learning from Jay-Z. If I'm gonna just be honest, Jay-Z's story was very unique.
His whole story.
His whole story is very unique.
Grew up in Marcy Projects.
But he's really like a one of
paper.
one. He's really like somebody
He made
that
it out.
You can't really implement Jay-Z's strategy. Jay-Z is Jay-Z. I mean, and it's not gonna be another Jay-Z.
That album, Reasonable Doubt, can't knock the hustle. Just like I'm saying, that's business skills right there of being a hustler, being an entrepreneur. He teaches you to be that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, it's the legal way to do about it, but you can take those same principles. You can take those business principles to be an entrepreneur, to make something out of nothing, or to use what you have and to make it, to double it, to multiply it, and also to be about your hustle, to be about your mouthpiece, be vocal, build relationships. And that's what's done in the streets. In the streets, you are building relationships. Now, they can go foul, and they do go foul, but when it comes to the streets, you are building relationships. And when it comes to being an entrepreneur, we should be striving to build relationships.
1,000%.
And we should strive to be go-getters
100%.
and to work before the sun come up. Hey, whether you being on the block or you in the office or you working from home, you got to make sure that your candle is not out at night. You are putting in overtime. You working a whole lot more than a 9-to-5 job. So I think there's something to take from that. I think there's good business act.
Yeah.
You can actually learn a lot of principles, like principles speaking. Yeah.
Principle speaking, sure. Being able to model after Jay-Z and what he did. I would say just look at the leaders in our community.
Look at the way how he branded himself as an entrepreneur, as a businessman. I mean, Rockefeller Records, the whole branding. I mean, branding is very important when it comes to business.
Branding is important. Branding is important.
The words that he says, like the clever wordplay. As businessmen, we got to make sure we use our words skillfully. I think there's a lot we can learn from Jay-Z.
Well, y'all take everything from Jay-Z then. Y'all feel free to implement and see if you're going to get where Jay-Z's at. I think Jay-Z used his Jay-Z was one of the few people, mind you, there's plenty of people in the hood every day. Plenty of people in the hood that hustle, right? Like most people probably growing up in the hood, they probably know about hustling. They probably know about building relationships, right? However, there's only one Jay-Z. There's only one Jay-Z that's become a billionaire. So what I'm saying is, while, yes, sure, you can use some of those principles, I wouldn't say go and model after what Jay-Z did and think that that's going to become you, because it's not. You're not going to become Jay-Z because Jay-Z is Jay-Z. You're going to become yourself, right? Now, yes, should you be using principles as far as building relationships? 100%. Being a go-getter? 100%, right? But Jay-Z is unique because Jay-Z was able to leverage his talent as a rapper. Yes, he grew up Marcy Projects, hustling. From there, he went into rapping, right? And yes, co-founded Rockefeller, and all that, right? And so you can, I'm here. I'll rephrase it. Not that you can't take anything from Jay-Z, because you can take a lot from Jay-Z, but I just think that sometimes in our community we glorify, the rappers, and we're like, oh, they're great, amazing, business people. But we also have to understand that, like, they were able to get there due to who their brand was, right? What their brand was. So people are going to reach out to Jay-Z because he's Jay-Z, The NFL is going to reach out to Jay-Z because he's Jay-Z, right? They're not going to just reach out to your average everyday person, right? You might have more qualifications, but they're going to reach out to Jay-Z because Jay-Z has the branding. So I guess overall what we can say about this is make sure you work on your branding. Work on your branding, build up your story, build up your personal brand, and that is what will intrigue people to you, right?
Yes, having a successful business, it helps to have a story.
Yes.
It helps to have branding. It helps to
100%.
dress nice too. He's always wearing the best clothes
100%.
and being smooth with your words too. And also being able to connect with your audience and or connect with the people that you're serving. So yeah, it was through his lyrics that spoke about street life, but I think there's actually a lot of business things we can learn from him if we actually think about it. But
yeah, baby, yeah, for sure. So listen, I take it back. No.
Oh really?
Yeah, I listen. I think you can learn a lot from Jay-Z. I would agree. You can learn a lot from Jay-Z. I think we need to work on our inspirations though in the community. Like, I think there's great entrepreneurs out there that might not have dealt with the street life. Maybe they're just average people. Maybe they went to college, but they built this great business, right? And so, while I agree, we can learn from Jay-Z.
Diversification, Rockaware.
He's still on his point. I already said. I literally already said. Listen, you can learn from Jay-Z.
Yeah.
But do you think that we should diversify the people who we look to in the community for advice when it comes to business, or do you think we should just listen to rappers?
That's another question.
Just listen to Jay-Z.
Okay, you moved the goalpost, but I wouldn't say just listen to Jay-Z. No, don't ever listen just to one person. Listen to everybody. Listen to everything around you. Yeah, being observant to everything. We learn from children, from babies, from adults, from people who, who are homeless. Like life is our teacher. So yes.
Would you say that a lot of our community mostly focuses on the rappers?
Yeah, and it's by design, but we choose to do so. We don't have to drink the Kool-Aid, but we choose to. Shout out to if you grew up on the Kool-Aid, because I grew up on Kool-Aid. Shout out to that.
Shout out to Kool-Aid.
All right. So let's. I think we should close. So I know we are like an hour and 46 minutes.
We are in. Okay. So yeah. No, I agree. We should close. What are your final thoughts?
I think that if we have a problem,
listen to Jay-Z. No, just kidding.
Listen to Jay-Z. Yeah, that's a solution. Yeah, no, that was a good one. Hey, I saw what you did. Oh, now you're on your point. All right, that's right, family. I would say that the way how Nicki Minaj handled herself, the way how she expressed her grievances, that's not the way to go about it. That, from my opinion, that does not align with biblical principles. Mm-hmm. When you have a problem with somebody, it's best to do it in private.
That's right.
And keep it business, but she made it personal.
Yeah.
That's a problem. You probably heard this I hate I hate cliches, but I'm gonna use one. It's not personal. It's business.
Oh.
I think she should have just kept it business, but she made it personal.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a problem, making her business personal. Now, her adding interest on top of that's not, I don't like that approach. Mm-hmm. She's adding interest to what she believes is owed to her. I don't agree with that. Yeah. I think those numbers are very, what's the word, egregious? I took a chance to use a word I don't even know what it means, but I think it means that, right?
Let's just asinine.
Asinine, that's 10, that's 11, that's 12, that's 13. Yeah, it's just straight up.
Yeah. Over the top. Very inflated. Numbers.
Yes, and to be technical, a biblical principle is to not charge each other interest. If we want to be a community,
that's right.
If we really strive to be the community that we say we want to be, we should not charge each other interest. As brothers and sisters, we should not charge each other interest. Usury, as it says in the Bible, interest. But that's how you deal with people outside your community. Now, that's a whole deeper conversation, but I mean, if we want to look at it from a community perspective, from a ancient Israelite perspective, ancient Israelites did not charge each other interest. They charged outsiders from other nations, but not each other. So I think that when it comes to biblical principles, that's not how you go about a problem. You don't go around and insult people, slander people, and the way how she carried herself, don't do that, family. And that actually happens a lot. We may not be we're not as famous as Nicki Minaj, but we come at times where we have disagreement with family and friends, and we slander one another, we gossip about one another, we take it to Instagram, we take it to X. A lot of things that are said that shouldn't be said, and that's not how you go about it. Now, Roc Nation, yes, it's very interesting. I will say that. I mean, you brought some sources that make me scratch my head. Like, man, they seem to be very powerful, and they seem to be behind the scenes and being instrumental in causing some messiness, i.e. Tory Lanez, i.e. the Jay-Z and Kaepernick situation, i.e. the Super Bowl situation. They seem to be pulling strings behind the scenes. Desiree Perez getting pardoned. We know she has a criminal background. So there's a lot of things that may suggest that they're moving like the mob. But what I learned from this is, let's not slander one another.
Yeah.
Let's not, the way how she insulted SZA was totally uncalled for.
Yeah.
And with SZA, I'll also say, you don't even have to return that favor. You can just let that die in the air. Let it fade off. Don't even respond to that. Because as content creators, we get hate. Yeah. I get hate all the time, but I choose not to respond to a lot of the haters. And if I do respond, it's to give edifications to glorify the Most High, At least that's what I strive to do. And so I learned how we should not conduct ourselves when we have grievances. Let's deal behind the scenes and let's keep it business.
Yes. That was good. That was really great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. For sure, family. I would agree. Let's listen, if you're having issues with somebody, business related or otherwise, make sure you go to that person. You don't have to be all on social media airing out your grievances with that person. And if you feel like they did you wrong, you can always sue them, right? If you're in a business agreement with them and they don't hold up their deal, if they don't hold up their end of the business deal, then you can sue them, right? And so let your lawyers do the talking, as we said earlier, right? Also, family, let's be careful what we get ourselves into. Just because it sounds like a good deal, just because it sounds like a good idea, it might even be from somebody that you admire. It might even be somebody that, you feel like, is a great business person, whatever the case may be. Make sure that you're still doing your own due diligence. Make sure that you get your attorneys. Make sure that you're signing your contracts. When you're signing your contracts, you got an impartial notary that's involved. You got your attorneys involved. You're really looking through and you're really seeing what are the details in this contract before you do business with somebody. Because at the end of the day, the saying goes, business is business. So let's treat it like it's business when you're in business, no matter who you're with. Because if you're on this business journey, if you're an entrepreneur, one day, likely, you are to run into somebody that you might admire, and you might end up doing business with that person. But don't let that cloud your judgment, and don't let that overshadow the fact that this is still just business, right? And so that person is likely going to be looking out for their interest. So you should be looking out for your interest and make sure that you're doing your due diligence, family. So yes, as my husband said, let's not slander people. Let's not bash people. That doesn't do anything for us. That doesn't help the situation at all. It really just makes ourselves look crazy. So let's not do that. Hey, if someone's doing you wrong, if someone has breached their contract, sue them. That's what I'll say.
Well said.
Thank you, baby.
On that high note, it's about that time, family.
Yes, family.
Yes.
It's about that time. Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Yes. And we have to say, we love you, family.
Yes, family. We love you. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes, family. And until next time, this is Jazz.
And I'm Jaden.
Peace.